Back to work. Wait a minute. No, that should be fine. Why'd you just black screen? Oh, because of that. Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's build a roster here. I think we're going to do it out of green 4 for this one. Ground command, 2 IC. I think a marksman would also be interesting, and a medic. Hey, Charlotte. And then reading what I could on Mexican military stuff, it was anywhere from groups of 4 to 10 for their maneuver teams per squad, so I think I'm just going to build a standard 8-man squad for these. But I'm also trying to think. Do I want to do a 3-man or a 4-man? You know, that's always the difficulty. No, we're not blowing up the moon, you... I give up. I'll just do it on groups of 8, and then I'll adjust the roster as need be. Actually, better yet, I'm gonna double the medics. And I'm repasting things so we don't have any roster issues. And then from there, let's go ahead and adjust what we have. Now I gotta look into Mexican military camos. Let me see what I can pull up there. So what is that, a digital? Yeah, that is a digi. Which, funny enough, is actually kind of close to the Altesian camo. Huh. I mean... let's see what else I can find in terms of digital, but that is kind of funny that it's actually that close. Yeah, it's still more like a woodland green, too. It's more of an arid, but that is pretty close, but, I mean, that's all. Honestly, I think any of these would really work. Yeah, as long as it's a khaki, it's SDN pattern. I'm not sure if we have SDN in the database here, but... I mean, any... oh, no, that's for Special Forces, technically. But yeah, that green camo... I mean, let me go back to Altesian here. So it would be a solid. I mean, the thing doesn't matter because we're gonna have chest plates in the middle, but I mean, what? So this is more blocky compared to what we have there. It almost kind of reminds me of Ukrainian camouflage in a way. Those are very similar. And then, you know, preferably without the flag markings too, but if we were to go back to digital. Without the Gorka, or yeah. That's kind of right, but again, it doesn't have the browns. Like, change out the brown for white and you would be good. I'd say our closest... Yeah, it's either that or that. I mean... I'll go with the 93. I just don't feel like downloading another mod. Great, now I gotta look at helmets. Yeah, so their pattern camos kind of match exactly. So if we're going to do Digi, then I might as heck grab the... Oh, I mean, that one's pretty close. At the end of the day, camo is camo. What do these guys have in terms of vests? Yeah, see this guy with a black helmet. But no, I mean, they usually have the PAGSTs. Well, the cast could also work. A helmet's a damn helmet. I mean, they got the chin strap with it and everything, so yeah. And then it really just looks like a standard plate carrier. Like, modular would probably be the best thing with it, and then we just tie it to weaponry. It's not super heavy like that. It would just be like a PAGST vest. Again, without the shoulder plates, really. And then you see some with the strap down there. So if I just made it a solid green, that would work. But do I have anything that could roughly match it without a flag patch? Yeah, so we're gonna have to probably just take the solid green and call it there. It blends in well, though. The attachments are slightly different, but again, it's just whatever we can work with here. It's got the mag pouches, it's got some secondary pouches, it's got some other stuff. I mean, that, if we're going for bargain bin here, this is fine. The one issue is it's from a CDLC, so we're gonna have to go with that, so we don't accidentally put CDLC requirements on people. Yeah, JWoww, we're just touring venues and trying to get shit done with that, but, you know, that'll go in time. Jen, how you doing? Oh, shut up, Empire. Alright, now I gotta find that one bitch. Where is it? 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 There we go. So what, we have the carbine, and we have the regular. Good. Literally just reminds me of a damn scorpion, but chambered in 5.56. Okay. So we have an AFG grip, a tan grip. I'm curious, it just doesn't come with bipod, except for this one, which we can put whatever bipod we want, so we can make like a marksman version of it. Yeah. Should be good. You're alive today, shit? Yeah. Shit happens. I guess I want to see a picture of them holding this weapon. I see them with G3s. I don't see them with their new battle rifles yet in any of these pictures. I see folding stocks. Nope, there's one. Yeah, I don't see any red dots on it. But they have railing on top, which indicates they would put red dots on it. And then when I look at them, like, doing patrols and whatnot, I don't see any type of optics on the top of their weaponry. No, I see one guy back there with a scope on his G3. But again, that just might be the group's marksman. Oh, here's a version of that picture that's even fuller. Yeah, I don't see scopes on anyone else. Some people with vampires. Or vampires, technically. Okay, F it. We ballin', I guess. Probably gonna need, yeah, these are meant to be Mexican forces. I'm probably gonna need a weapons team, now that I think about it. How did that just tap me out? Let me also look up handguns real quick. Because I know they have their domestic thingamajig. The Mendoza HM3, which is chambered in either 19... Oh no, that's the submachine gun. Which, I mean, really looks like a PM63. I'm not sure we have a PM63 in this particular mod set, though. Just trying to see if they locally produce... No, okay, so they locally produce 1911s. But they also make their own Heckler and Koch P7s. I'm just not sure we have P7s. I know we have 1911s, but... I don't think we have P7s. So I might just give everyone a 1911 and tell them, hey, good luck. Just in case I'm blind. Yeah, we have MP7s. Not P7s. I could probably find a copycat here, or I can just be mean and let them keep the 7-round 45. I think for the marksman, I am going to do a PSG-1, because I can't really find anything else. And then, you know, supporting assets, we can also just change things up. I can add sniper teams with the freaking M82s and all that other fancy jazz. Just depends on the operations. We'll probably do this similar to how we did the previous rotation before the Ukraine training arc. That was Israel, and then we just cycled units out depending on how things go. But it's going to be less vehicle assets and more infantry assets. So that should be a good fit. I've got a rock. Backpacks, I'm gonna have to think of something too. We could also always just be cheeky and, yeah, I might just stick with that. Except for RTO stuff, then we'll have to give him an LR, but, we'll make it work. Well, yeah, no, I'm listing off stuff that I know is in this arsenal. I've also added Free World Armory for some more exotic cartel shit, but... Well, as well as stuff to give us piles of cocaine. Because, you know, who doesn't want a pile of cocaine? Anyway. Let me set 152s. I mean, this is green 4, though, so technically I could... No, we're going to mainly be using blue 4 vehicles, so I'll keep that. GPS on a personal level... fine, whatever. It's modern day. I mean, they're cheap. I mean, these are going to be mostly conscripts, but, you know... I'll be nice just to keep them together. Add some balaclavas for flavor. Okay, let's see. Earplugs. I don't have that in my community, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's do standard medical package, which is going to be... What am I feeling this time? Since we're doing 2 medics per squad, I'm actually just going to do a bit of painkillers and 2 tourniquets and call it a day. They're conscripts. And I don't have to do blood leveling because, again, there's going to be 2 medics per group, so I can just completely void medical off of these guys. I'll be a bit nice and put it up to 15, but that's going to be it. We'll do 2 pistol mags. They use 67s for military grenades here, and then I can stack... Here, I'm actually going to lessen the bandage count until I can put a second smoke grenade on them. And then we just fill it with smoke bandages. That brings it up to 14. Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to think anything else to template off of them. I don't think so. Cool. Now we'll get to individual units here. So 2 IC. What kit do I want to template first? Let's do one. Let's do a fun one. And I'm giving him a boonie hat because I'm a jerk. But Liru, I want a helmet. It'll protect my head. No, it fucking won't. Like, maybe against a pistol caliber, but we're not dealing with pistol calibers, boy. We're dealing with stuff that's gonna probably blow your face off. I give him an AAF hat because it has the damn digi camo. What do I have in terms of boonie hats that can give me some digital? Yeah, that's probably the closest we're gonna get there. PSG-1. .5 to 6, 3 to 9. That's going to be better. Standard 20-round mag, I think, is fine. Additional equipment I'm going to have to give this chucklehead is... I should be mean and take his vest away, but I don't feel like dealing with people bitching. We're going to need a rangefinder.
6.
Or, no, a range card. Horizon, thanks for giving Empire Sax a sub. Hope you both keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. I'll give him an SSWT kit because I am such a merciful fella. And I'll give him... Oh my god, we have frickin' tracer rounds for 1911s now? God, times really do change. I can give him a 50 round. How about that? He shouldn't really be breaching, but I'll give him a little bit of breach kit. Did I give everyone the fun loud grenades or the non-fun, like, wimpy grenades? I gave them the non-fun wimpy sounding grenades. It's alright, keep them on their toes, that's fine. Medic kit, this should be an easy one because it's literally going to be carbine equivalent here. So if I were to grab, we need the 15-inch. Give him an AFG grip, why not? What's our default mag for this one? Oh, so we just have that and tracer. Makes it easy. We're gonna find out the ballistics of this suck ass in the training. Oh, I can't wait. Alright, so all of his kit, we're gonna be doing 12 mags, 2 additional pistol. That leaves me room to put his pack in there. Then fill 3 tourniquets in there. Yeah, why not? Oh, perfect. And if he somehow needs more medical, yeah, that's just funny at that point. 40 kilogram medics, amazing. Set you to doctor, because that's for the platoon, command level personnel. What do I want to give them? I'm under the bias to always give command staff slightly better gear because it's command staff, so I'll stick with CCO 552. I'll do the same for the squad leader, team leaders getting jack shit. What is this? This is Arma 3, Bobby. Please stop eating WD-40. Nah, I'm making the stuff for the next training rotation. Infantry otherwise, let's do 15. And then we'll just fill the rest of their equipment, and I'll just leave it open to whatever they want to bring. Actually, no, as a command, they would need the 152. Kind of feeling the fun-looking radio. Or I could give them this. The backplate stuff. Yeah, F it, why not? Ding. What's the font? You know, IQ, that's a great question. I actually have no idea. That's a really good question, man. That should probably be something I know the answer to. I don't. Damn. I don't even know how to check. What are my thoughts on the Scorpion Evo IRL? I've never used it. I've only seen it, so I can't really give you an opinion on something that I only know a little bit of. That's just my philosophy on the matter. Give me a rangefinder for all these guys. Actually, no, only for officers. You get the bargain bin. Congratulations, you get binos. Now, I read somewhere that these guys, for their machine gunners, get the Negev. Like, they have some of those Israeli... Yeah, they've got mini-me's, they've got 249s, but they also have... Oh, they also have MG3s. And they also have HK21s. I could have sworn I read somewhere they had a Negev as well. I might just do 249s because 249s are based. Plus, I can give them the one that can't have the... Oh, yeah, no, that would be mean of me. Exactly why we should do it. Yeah, the standard 249 with no scope. And then we get to keep the hard boxes, too. I'm going to mix M8. What do we... I'm going to just mix M85 for the older ammo in there. And then where's his little handgun ammo? Perfect. Try to keep him closer to... Yeah, I'll keep him under, and if he wants to bring more, he can bring more. Then standard rifleman shenanigans, give him... that, and then just pack them with some additional grenades and let them go out and have fun. Yeah. Yeah, and that is the point of the campaign. Green 4 is going to be the main player base with the Mexican forces. Blue 4 is going to be some U.S. assistance, and then Op 4 is going to be cartel kits. I don't have to make either of those for a few weeks, though, based off of slotting. Which, actually, no, probably by, like, 2 weeks from now, if we do one Op a week. They might push it to 2, but I'm not going to let them play it to death early on. I'm trying to think here. Oh, yeah, no, I wanted to set them as playable, that's why. Yeah, because it's the training rotation, so once they attend a few ops and do things perfectly, then we'll potentially have some op 4 stuff, but we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, so I remember the majority of their vehicles are Humvees, but they do have a few other vehicles that could work out. Do we have an Oriclon? Hold on, I might add a few more mods to this workshop for funsies. I could have sworn there was a mod that added the 35mm twin cannon, because I remember looking around and seeing one day, but it might have disappeared from the workshop again. Because again, like, the only thing we have for AA is Pook's Sam Pack, which is fine, but it's also very old, and it's prone to causing issues on the server, which is just quite unfortunate. But anyway, I wanted to make a weapons squad. Weapons. So if I were to make a weapons squad, what would we do? I would need... Oh, we never made a team leader kit, which is literally just going to be this. But instead of a sight, I'm just going to give you a different gun with a, yeah, an AFG. And then no sight for you. But you also get binos. Yeah, so if we were to make that, it would be... That, I'm changing him to an MG3. And then I'm going to be incredibly based and have 2 Vampires. Which at that point I should just have 2 machine gunners. So, F it 1 second. And then, of course, you're going to have a flurry of people that want to play Weapons Squad. They also don't get a scope. What do we have in terms of... I probably gotta stick with the 100-round drums, but at the same time, I kinda wanna... You know, I'll just give them both options, but I'll just stick that in the gun by default. It's up to you what you want to take. But there are 2 options. Alright, and then these guys. First off, sound unplayable. Second, we give them... Where's it? Where is it? Yes. Yes. The tube. I'll give him a sight for it. Yeah, so AT, and then that's the TPG version. Looks like there's not a change in... So it looks like this is just RHS ammo. Well, either way, it's the tube. Oh, they're gonna be heavy as shit. How big are these things? 8 pounds, Jesus. Alright, I need to cut down on his, Damn, alright, I mean... Eh? Yeah, okay, you'll just be fat, it's fine. The tube. Yeah, no, that's why I'm using RPG 29s, because they do make them. Yeah, Matt, go look up Mexican military. Look at all their pictures. Look up research. I couldn't really find any optics on any of their stuff for modern day, especially with their new battle rifle. Like, pictures of them out on patrol. I couldn't find any optics except for maybe a marksman. Like, on this gun specifically. I'm still giving the leadership some, but that's just what they've got. Alright, I'm trying to think. Yeah, so they've got Greyhounds with 20 millimeters, but I'm not going to set that up. You're not special forces, you're military grunts. So you're the conscript, so yeah, naturally they're not going to be doing that. Trying to think here. Vehicle templating. So naturally it's going to be Humvees. I'm going to be a bit nice with that, though, because they do have Mark 19 Humvees. That's going to be a bit more rare, but... yeah, we're not going to do the camera system on that. 240s. And then M2s. The really funny thing is watching how they're going to make, you know, a team of people fit into that. But let me also tab out and look at what we got. So, did I add those? I might have. I can't remember. It would be the Panhards, right? Let me just look at my mod thing real quick. That's the gun. That's the map. I might not have. And then I want to do the RPG 29 because I did it with the Israeli thing too. I added their specific AT because I thought that'd be funny. Yeah, I don't think I added their... there's a mod that adds some of their light tank stuff. But I think I decided against it because this was going to be mainly an infantry thing. But yeah, there's some Panhards in play. Yeah, and then there's nothing that lets me put a DNV Buffalo, which is literally just an AAF vehicle. Yeah, that's the funny thing, too. AAF have a bunch of vehicles that are like all of that. Yeah, and then I don't have any AMXs, because those are... oh... those are good armored personnel carriers. I mean, is there a version of the BM2T that doesn't have the gun on top? Because that would actually be a pretty close representation of that vehicle. And then the Panhard VCR, I mean, there's an MRAP that looks similar to that we could use for that instead, but they only have 46 in service, so they're kind of rare, and they'd probably be subjugated to special forces. Ah, right, it was the Sandcat that I was going to take a US difference on. But again, they're not going to get all these vehicles early on. Some of them are going to be for upgrades' sake and whatnot. And then there's plenty of Hiluxes that we're also probably going to put into play here, because that's what a lot of the local police use as well. So any of these bad boys, I might just take them. I know it has the Afghanistan military symbol. That'd be kind of funny, though. In the sense of having that. I doubt people will care. I could also use the Altis police stuff too, but I mean, it's got way too much symbolism on it. And then gendarmerie, the issue is that's all French terminology. But yeah, we can also do some Hilux stuff. And then as the campaign progresses, maybe we can also give them MRAPs and all this other fancy stuff too. But I think that would be a good start with everything. Do we have the HMW? Yeah, so that's the SOCOM one, Mac. That one is, like, U.S. Special Forces. So I don't think we'd be able to get that one, unfortunately. But yeah, that can only fit 5 people. That's going to be so funny watching them do the logistics for it. Which is why I was also debating maybe doing, like, groups of 6, but yeah. Hilux, though, they can fit everyone in, so we'll see. Oh yeah, Bobby, I know of the virtual arsenal. I occasionally go in there with mods, but I'm pulling out very specific stuff. I'm also debating on planes, but I'll see how things go. Yeah, I know, it's just a Humvee where some goober bolted leg stands. I know, but I don't think it exists as an Arma 3 asset except for the SOCOM variety. Because that has that stand, and if I were to copy a group, you would get the 4 riding on the sides, and then they could all fit, but I'm not sure if there's a Humvee that has that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm looking at the rest of them now, and that's the only one I'm seeing that has that. No, because the SOCOM one is bulletproof. And it also has much more firepower on it that you would typically see the Mexican forces using. Plus, if I give you that, then I have to give the Cartel something worse. Yeah, we also have the toes. And we also have some with the upper canopies there in the snorkel. I guess another question I've got... Oh, no, here it is, Mexican Air Force. What do we have in that department? Because I think, like, a light attack aircraft or an air piece would be good. I know they have Mi-17s, but let me just go down the list here. So we have a PC-7, a Northrop F-5. Oh, God. One used for training, okay. And then the PC-7s are also used for training. They have AWACS, that's cute. They've got aerial commanders. Alright, a bunch of Bells. They've got some UH. They've got one UH-1 in service. 24 Mi-17s in service. Some UH-60s. Some Eurocopter 725s. And then MD-500s, which... pretty much just little birds, really. I thought they'd have... So what's the closest I can get to the PC-7, then? They've got 4 fighters. 4 whole fighter jets, let's go. I've got a few ideas for the, Let me look at it. It just looks like a run-of-the-mill prop plane. It doesn't have the wing over it, though, so... I mean, the T-28 is pretty close. That'd be pretty funny if we just gave him T-28s. Not even multiple, we would probably do a single one. Another thing I saw was it was close to the Cessna, but there's, God, it's super something. Here, I'm just gonna start putting things down. We're not doing T-41s. Huh, MiGs. I'm gonna go all the way down here and look for it. We're not doing Ospreys. There she is. The Super Tucano. That's funny. And then what? We'd have the technically MI-8. With like rocket pods, that could be another fill-in piece, but yeah, that would be fair. I guess the question would be, what do I want for like the starting roster if we wanted just like an open engagement or show of force? I would need a command vehicle though. And trucks. So that would be, let me go ahead and look around here. Yeah, we also could do a mortar. They've got towed guns as well. That's cute. It's not giving me exact counts though. Ah. And then the Cartel kits are going to be interesting. We also have M35. Oh my god, do we even have M35s? For, like, transport. Yeah, I mean, that's the OPFOR equivalent. They also have something called Dina SA. And that's produced in Mexico. So that would be, like, our best bet. But let me go ahead and look at one of those. Is that a fucking bus? No. It's a bus. It's the conscript bus. No. You can't label that as it's a fucking bus. Are you kidding? The S series or the D series? I fucking... No. No, that's a thing now. That's... God damn it. That's on the roster now. Because they have it labeled as trucks in service to the Mexican military, created in Mexico. Oh my god. I'm just gonna stick to the infantry transport vehicles. We also have the Ford F-Series that's produced locally in Mexico. They've got Chevrolet Silverados, which are also trucks. Yeah, so they mainly just use trucks. I doubt we can make some Yamacha Rhinos. These are all literally pickup trucks, though. So I might just use transport. Maybe some 32s, but that's just funny, dude. Get the bus back. Oh, man. Illy Xander, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. They have a few M35s as their 2-tons, but it looks to be mainly like a truck, you know, a pickup truck transport style group, which makes sense. I mean, these guys are on a tight budget. here. So this op, I'll probably find a time slot for it tomorrow and just announce it tonight. Maybe run it at 12 or the 5 o'clock. I don't know yet. I need this run like ASAP though, because today is the last day of September. But yeah, no, I think that's a good starting force. Oh yeah, and then I still wanted that command vehicle, which I think I might do off of the DNVI or... Let me look up DNVI real quick. Oh! So it's just one of those. So the closest thing to that would be a 1117, but it doesn't have the GMG. Yeah, so instead of this turret, it's literally like a turnout 762. I could change out that GMG though. What I am looking though for is some of their MRAP equivalents. Like that. It's not exact, because it doesn't have the stuff in the back. There's another one that looks a bit closer. Like that also might work. But again, it's, they're not what I would really want. Oh, I'm looking at the Marine Corps section. That's why they're looking weird, because freaking Marine Corps gets all the Army's hand-me-downs. Yeah, one of these was a very... That's because the front had that similar, like, look. You better believe I'm not doing crows, either. I'd put a frickin' 7.62 instead of a 50 cal on it if I could. Yeah, like that with the 240 would be probably more close to what you would see with that Duke system removed. But yeah, I can make a roster out of that, have them hit somewhere on this map, test out how things go. We did it. We can finally assault Blackrock HQ. Anyway. That would be a good fit for it. But yeah, it's otherwise mainly Humvees and off-roads. Here, I am looking at their version of the MRAP that looks a lot like this thing, but they do have a 50 cal on top of it. It's just, the thing is, these are slanted a bit more and the windows open up on the side so people can shoot from outside, and the wheels are more, like, even. And it's like a crew pop-up, so it's more of like an APC rather than an IFV. And I see some of the Panhards too. But again, that's just the closest we got to it. I remember I was looking at mods too, like there were a few, but there weren't that many for some of this stuff. I could probably rescript it, yeah. Well, I mean, let's check. I do know some RHS vehicles have the option to hide some of the Duke systems, so... Let's see if this one does. Yeah, hide. So that's the antenna. We can hide that. Oh, so they call that the Rhino, which makes sense. The Rhino horn, and boom, you can do it that way. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I looked on their roster too. They don't have 113s listed. I could have sworn they had some, but maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, but we're not doing naval forces. I mean, Mexico could put all hands on deck, but you never know. Maybe not active, but in reserve, yeah, exactly. But I think this is a good roster to work with. I'm not going to stream the AO dev, though. I want that to be a surprise, because I want a genuine test of what they'll do in this situation. What I am excited for, though, is if I were just to throw an Op 4 unit down and look in the arsenal, sort by mod. We, of course, have everything that we can put in, you know, from 3CB factions, so there's a lot of variation here, but we also know the Mexican cartels do receive a lot of stuff, so I also have a lot of free world armory pieces here for a lot of crazy choices.
6 now.
Sadly, I got nothing to say, but keep up with the great content, Liru.
Righto, Broadshore, thanks for the 58-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Do hope you get a nice kick out of this dev stream. But yeah, there should be more than enough weaponry, as well as a few fun little surprises to throw around in here, so... yeah. Just gotta think of what I want to dev. We fighting crackheads? No, Bobby. Cracks me up. I know Darkside had an update. We'll eventually go and play some of it, but yeah. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here because AO dev, op dev, I want to kind of keep close to the chest. I'm favoring a few different areas here, and I'm also debating like what to specifically do for this fight, but it's definitely going to be like some sort of point raid. But we'll see how things go. Nonetheless, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. I'll be back later with something else today.